In this video we are making an 8-pointed star from tissue paper for your window. Hi, thanks for stopping by. This is Teresa from Sami Dolls. So I'm starting off with my tissue paper and I'm folding it in half and then I'm cutting it. And for this star we need 8 different rectangles in the same dimensions, from the same dimensions, same proportions. And as you can see, I just fold this piece in half, then I cut it in the middle. And I think it's going to be easier to use a sharp knife to cut the tissue paper, so I'm going to do that in the next step. So now I put these two halves on top of each other and I fold them in half again. And now the tissue paper is flying around a fair bit because it's so windy inside because of the fan. It's summertime here, so I need the fan on, otherwise I can't breathe inside. So now I'm pushing down with the knife here on the edge to make a really sharp edge, because then it's a lot easier to cut it, and if my knife was a little bit sharper it would even be easier than that. So now we have 4 rectangles, and once we fold those in half again and cut them once again, then we have our 8 rectangles for the star, for the 8-pointed star. So if there was no fan on inside and the tissue paper wasn't quite as light, it would be a little bit easier to do it, and I would probably get much more even rectangles. But it'll do. Okay, now we're cutting it for the last time. And then we can start folding the rectangles. There are many different ways to fold these rectangles. There are so many different star designs. I'm choosing the simplest and easiest one here for the first star. Now we have our 8 rectangles here. And I used to make these stars with my mum in the kitchen just before Christmas or for the Advent time. So we would start at the end of November, so they would be done for December, leading up to Christmas. Now we're starting with the first rectangle. We're folding it in half. And then we take one tip and fold it down to the center. And we repeat that with all the other tips as well, with all the other corners. So all the outer corners are going towards the middle now. And once we are finished with that, we're going to fold down one end once more down to the middle, and the other side as well, and we're going to leave the other end as it is. And that's done for the first point of the star here. That's it. Now we repeat this 7 more times. Fold it in half. Now all corners down to the center. And the last one as well. And then we're folding one end towards the center fold again. And then we're done with our second one. This is such a fun project to do with your kids as well. You can make them really big, the stars, or really small, depending on your preference, and you can fill your windows with so many stars, and they just look so beautiful when the sun is shining through or when the candlelight is on in the evenings. And now I'm just going to speed it up a little bit and turn up the music, and then you can listen, and I'll come back in a few minutes again. And once we're done folding all the points of the star, we can start gluing them together. This is just glue that we had in the house here, glue stick. And I'm just applying the glue to one corner of the star here, where it's going to be glued together with the next piece. So I'm aligning them along the center fold here and at the tip, at the lower one. And they're overlapping here in the lower quadrant of the star. And I just keep gluing them together like that all the way around. And for the last one, it's going to be a little bit tricky. We just glue it on as usual, and then the first and the last one are overlapping, so we're going to apply the glue on top of the one that we just glued on, and then we can tuck it underneath and put the first point over the last one. And there we have it. That's our star. Let's have a look what it looks like on the window. And here it is on the window. It's not that bright outside, so we can't really see it, but I think you get the idea. It's not absolutely perfect, but it reminds me of my childhood and all the stars that I used to make as a kid for our window at home in Germany. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little project, and I hope you're going to make a lot of stars, and if you do, leave me a comment down below or show them in the Sami Facebook group. I'd love to see your creations. Until next time, bye!